Hello Gemini, welcome to your reading for the month of May. This reading may or may not apply to you. Try to figure out, use your intuition to understand which person you are in this reading and who is the other person and so on. So I pre-shuffled your cards and we have the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Four of Swords, Seven, the Chariot card. What I'm seeing here is that we have two people, the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles, and they're a bit at odds here in the month of May. Queen of Swords is very conceptual. She will cut you down to size with her arguments. She has this higher mind. Gemini, you're an air sign, and swords are representing the air realm. So what I'm thinking is that you embody this Queen of Swords, and you're dealing with someone that has a lot of earth energy in their chart. Now, by your actions, by your mostly your words and arguments and discussions, I'm thinking that you're driving this Queen of Pentacles away from you. You know your reasons best why you're doing this. I am only seeing what's coming after the fact, after you're pushing this person away. So we have on one side a person that's very conceptual, very high up in their mind, with a very strong life principles, and on the other hand we have another person that is very practical in their nature. They're very outgiving of their love, they're very nurturing. So what I'm seeing is the Queen of Swords is driving away this Queen of Pentacles, because after they're facing each other, it's like the Queen of Pentacles is embodying the Six of Swords energy. She holds this beautiful pentacle in her hands, the seed of her soul. It's like she wants to put this seed to the ground so it could sprout beautifully, and tend to it and grow it. And it may also relate to the fact that she has a project maybe with you and you're refusing that project. You may deem it not worthy, or this person is doing this towards you. Now the Queen of Pentacles is gonna take her beautiful idea here, her beautiful love, creativity, project, whatever it is. She's taking this project with her because you are serving a lot of arguments and swords, okay? You have a lot of swords here. She's taking this beautiful seed of her soul, she's taking it away because she knows her worth in a way. She can be self-sacrificial many times. She can take care of those around her because she is earth energy, very fertile energy. And if you look closely, you can see that she is taking this pentacle away. With the Six of Swords, she is being forced away. It's like you're being way too cutting with your words or arguments or the way that you act. Now in this Six of Swords, we also have this person here that looks like the Hermit, just that here he is enlightened. So this person is kind of getting the general idea that you don't want this, or you're not a fertile place to put the seed into, okay? You're way too in your mind, way too detached, way too it's almost like this person perceives you a bit a bit cold, okay? So she cannot work with that. I mean, yes, you need to put some seeds, like your ideas, your wishes, your hopes and dreams. You need to hold them inside of you in a cold, dark place, so they can sit there and rest. And then when spring comes, you can put them to the ground and they will open up. But this Queen of Pentacles is moving away from this in this ship relationships, okay? She's moving away from this relationship because she cannot work with you. Now, you have two queens here, so what I'm thinking is that you and the other person are both receptive. You're waiting on the other one to act, okay? And if the other one doesn't act, the Queen of Swords will stay silent and judge a lot, and the Queen of Pentacles will remove the seed from your life. She will remove herself, I'm sorry, with the Six of Swords, like moving away. So this is not very fertile for her, and she's moving into this Nine of Pentacles energy. Nine of Pentacles talks about being single, being okay, being beautiful, but you're also single, you know. Nine of Pentacles with the pentacle that the Queen of Swords holds in near and dear to her heart chakra here. It's like if you add them up, they would allude to the Ten of Pentacles, having prosperity, being very solid in your foundation, having it all in a way, financially, and you know, it's like that beautiful life that we all envision for ourselves, that we all want. But here the Queen of Pentacles is moving away, just to be single, to be it's like I'm feeling in a way that you sort of affect this fixed earth energy here, okay? So you're having arguments, telling them stuff, and they're also being receptive here with their love, just holding it. So what do you want from me? I'm able to love you, I'm able to give you this, but the Queen of Swords is kind of a loner in a way, okay? So if they were to actually engage into something, it would need to be a total success. You either give them like a Ten of Pentacles in one card situation, like the whole thing, so she would know it's a definite win. She doesn't like to take chances. Or you remove yourself from their sight. And the Queen of Pentacles is the one that's very outgiving of their love, but at the same time they're able to hold grudges. It's like, I'm gonna give you this pentacle, but you refuse it. Now I need to remove myself, and she will remove herself in a Nine of Pentacles, in a Six of Swords and a Nine of Pentacles way. Now the Knight of Pentacles, it's like the female Hermit card. You have the Hermit card that talks about a person that is removing themselves from society, being alone, trying to get the knowledge, you know, being on their own, doing their own thing. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles is gonna decide to be alone, a bit bored in this aloneness, because she cannot manifest this seed without someone else, okay? She just has it. She has the idea of how love relationship should be. She is outgiving, as I said. But here I'm thinking she's gonna be alone and bored, okay? And the Queen of Swords, or the Queen of Pentacles. You may both be manifesting this energy. It's like both being receptive, one taking themselves out of the situation because the other one doesn't see this the other person as being the ultimate win, and you're both gonna end up in the Two of Swords energy. The Two of Swords energy talks about taking decisions, okay? So you're oscillating between two decisions. These decisions will be taken with your mind, okay? I'm not seeing anyone being in their feelings with this card. It's like the Queen of Swords is, she has to make this difficult decision, like should I stay or should I go? Earth energy is very stable. This person could have run the risk of actually sitting here and waiting until the end of time, and the Queen of Swords is silently judging, so she would also sit on her throne and wait on the other person. So there's not a whole lot of movement, okay? The Queen of Pentacles removing herself, being single, Queen of Swords sitting here thinking, should I stay or should I go? Should I? Is this ideal? And what I'm thinking is that while you're doing this with the Two of Swords, you two are related to the High Priestess. The High Priestess talks about secrets, also not talking, not expressing like the Queen of Swords, because she is like an antenna, you know, she is connected to the divine and getting all the knowledge from this outer world that we don't perceive clearly. You, Gemini, I'm thinking that you have a bit of a quarrel between the two Geminis. It's the two twins. You don't know which of them to let in the front, in the driver's seat of your life. It's like, should I let this twin act or this one? What should I do? Now with the Four of Swords, what I'm thinking is that you're gonna take the decision to leave this situation behind. This is you showing up here as the Queen of Swords sitting on her throne. This is zero action. She doesn't need to move. This is a person that takes decisions just by sitting in the center, being connected to their mind and letting their mind make those important moves in life. And here is also stagnant energy, because you're trying to make a decision, and when you're making a decision, you're a bit stagnant, okay? It's like you're playing chess in the month of May with your life, thinking about which is the right move to make, in a way. In classical tarot, the Two of Swords represents a person having two swords crossed like this, but against their heart, okay? So while you're trying to make a decision, I think it's gonna take a toll on your heart, okay? So it's gonna affect you. Now, as an air sign, you can also use your mind to get yourself out of these situations. But what I'm thinking here is that you're gonna let yourself feel all the pain, all the sword energy, and because you need to let some things put them to rest, okay? Some things need to be released, and yeah. once you resolve this issue in your head, because the Two of Swords ends up in a Four of Swords situation, so something must die, something must end here, something must be buried. So I'm thinking it's not this beautiful seed here, it could have been. That's why you have the Two of Swords, buried the seed or buried this whole situation and together. So what I'm thinking is that you're gonna let go of the situation. Maybe you could be tempted to go back to this person, but you're torn. Like, what should I do? Is this a good combo here? This person is very well off on their own, and I could be with them. I could generate the Ten of Pentacles situation, having financial fulfillment, to growing a beautiful, stable life together. Or I could just remove myself from this situation. And after you go through the process of being torn apart and sitting with the situation, letting it's like one decision is very fertile and the other one is like a dead end in a way. So once you make a decision, you go with that one, and the other one needs to die. So whatever it is that you choose to do in the month of May, you take firsthand, time to let the option that you will give up, you let that option actually die inside of your mind from your life. It's like, okay, this thing which I didn't choose, I need to let this go. So that's why you're in this Four of Swords energy. And afterwards, I can actually move forward clearly, cleanly, full force with the thing that I chose. And now the Chariot card talks about you have two zodiacal signs here, the Sagittarius and the Cancer. So that's like having this beautiful soul seed inside of you, like the Queen of Pentacles. And you're gonna move towards it. It's like you also have shooting stars in this card. So I'm thinking that after giving up the bad options, you're gonna move full force into the thing that you want to manifest. You're getting very, very clear. So you're cleaning up the stage, so you can move in one direction. Where your sword is pointing, you're sprouting forward, shooting stars, moving into that direction. So it's a good month for you, Gemini. Cleaning up things, cleaning up less than ideal situations. What I'm thinking for you in the month of May, around the 15th, you will have Uranus moving into Taurus, and that's the sign just before you, meaning that Uranus is going to go into your 12th house of the psyche, the unconscious, the background processes of your mind. You're very, very in tune with your mind just by design, because you're an air sign. But now I'm thinking that starting May, you're really cleaning up the old programs, the programs that have held you in a Four of Swords situations, and of Four of Swords energy. What is making me stagnant? What old programming have I been keeping in my mind, in my subconscious, that have been holding me back, holding me in a Two of Swords or a Four of Swords type of situation? You have a lot of swords here. And this unmovable person here, this like they may be a great person because the Queen of Pentacles is nature herself, but I don't know if how air and earth would go well together. I think this person also needs to go their own way. They're very okay just by being single. Okay, this is the card of being single. The Queen of Pentacles is so fertile that she can be on her own. So the Six of Swords won't do that much damage if you're worried about not affecting the beauty of this other person there. This beautiful love that they have. And if you're on the other end and you actually decide to stay with them, it's also gonna be amazing because you could manifest this taking the seed and taking the air element and just shooting stars, shooting forward towards your common goal. So take care of yourselves, Gemini, and we will talk again in the month of, at the end of May for your June reading. Bye bye.